So we've got a buy trigger, right? So there it is there. But there's a seller above it, right? So the point is we've got to try and get below the black line. You can see that obviously Max is heavy on the sell side at this stage. So that's obviously going to challenge us to get that buy trade in below the black line. But the point is we don't buy it in here because there's a seller right above us. So what I've got to do is I've got to get the sweep on, which is pretty easy. There was a couple of Voltics that you can see that showed up. So what you've got to try and do is you've got to get the sweep on and then bid against the sweep, right? So now we're below the black line. We're below this price here. So that's good news. We've now got enough distance that if the seller comes back in, we've got enough distance to make our monies, haven't we? So that's how we play this. So obviously the idea is that we're buying into that sweep, into this bottom edge at 45s. So obviously the idea is that once that Voltic shows up, we know that somebody is doing the deal that we want to be doing. And obviously all we do then is we start to play into that 45 print. The takeaway from that trade was a high price, as you can see, of 54, which is 9 points, 9-point profit. As you obviously can understand, 9-point profit is well above $100. It's $180 a contract. So you can obviously see that we got the trade, we made the $100, and we are off the trade. 1 out of 1 so far today, guys. But you can see that you've got to understand these elements. You know, you've got to understand this idea of sellers at higher prices allowing us to get that press down into the black zone. When we've got that press down into the black zone, we've got an idea that we're going to be able to swing this because the market maker is in charge of the bottom edge. However, there is a very heavy seller coming in here. And you can see that seller because if we were trading this as a max trade, you would be selling that blue candle, wouldn't you? You would be selling the blue candle. So obviously, if you're selling the blue candle, well, somebody else sells the blue candle with you. It just means that we've got such a discount here that there is a spreader willing to buy this trade straight back from you, right? And obviously, we've just tapped straight back into that trade narrative, haven't we? Look, there it is there. So there's the seller. There's our trade there. And you can see we've just tapped straight back into where that sell trader was in the last swing. So we're obviously able to now book some of our monies in here. And you can see that we've went from that 745 long trade. I'll bring it up to 745 so that it's the same price. So we've went from that 745 long trade and we've now traded 760 for 15 points. $300 a contract, 5 contracts, $1,500 profit on the first trade. Nice? I think so, Theo. I think that's quite a good trade. So it's only 1 out of 1 today, but still 1 of 1. Got to be happy with 1 out of 1. It's 100%. I know we've got to try and get to 110%. But that's us 100%. We'll keep going for that extra 10, guys. We'll keep going for that extra 10%. So let's see if we can get, let's see if we can do better.
I think you got the 110% because it went for more than $100. Am I right, guys? So we're better.
It's percentage win rate.
I know.
So it's got to be more than 100% win rate, guys. Reeve, you're absolutely right. We always want more. Absolutely.
I tried to help, guys.